Oi oi my drillers, it's your geezer, Big Donny Cal here, and today we're going to be talking about Battlegrounds in Classic TBC. But wait, about 83.5% of you guys are not subscribed, and this guy ain't happy about it. So if you want to stop an orcish raid, then I suggest you go and subscribe. So what are Battlegrounds? Well, it's between a 10v10 and a 40v40 player versus player instance where people could either fight for control of bases, fight to bring a flag from an enemy base to their base, or just fight for resources. And some people treat it as a farm for honourable kills. So it's a very enjoyable experience. But what's the big problem with them? Well, as a horde player, I regularly see really long queue times, such as what I'm showing on the screen, and this is at a time where queue times are a lot faster in the day. It's not uncommon for me to be waiting an hour and a half just to get into a battleground. So what could Blizzard do in order to fix these lengthy queue times, stopping the player base from actually playing the game? So one of the first potential fixes is if Blizzard added a mercenary mode for the game. Now this could work because it would give players the option to take the lower queue by horde players going on to Alliance side to take the faster queues. However, it would make things a bit weird with the player base because some people pick their faction because, believe it or not, they actually want to play that faction. So to have to go from Horde to Alliance or from Alliance to Horde is not something preferable by most players. So that's one fix. Another fix I can think of, which I know has been very popular among many people I've spoke to about the queue time issue, is if Blizzard introduced Horde versus Horde and Alliance versus Alliance Battlegrounds alongside with Horde versus Alliance Battlegrounds, because this would reduce the queues, it would remove the problem of the previous fix of having to fight for the other faction, but the only thing is, some people might find it weird as a Horde player fighting in Warsong Gulch from the Alliance base of Silverwing Hold. However, I mean, most people I've spoke to just said they don't really care, they just want to play the game. And I think this is really important. Having lower queue times will just allow people to play the game more and find much more enjoyment. So yeah, I personally think that this method will be the most successful out of the ones I'm going to be listing. And the last method I'm going to say is increase the amount of battlegrounds you can queue for. See, currently you can only queue for a maximum of 3 battlegrounds. There are 4 battlegrounds you can go for. If Blizzard upped it so that you could queue for all 4, then I think that'd be really great. I think that would allow for just more game time. The thing is though, this would only really work if you have the time. You see, you do still have to go through the initial queue of sitting around for about an hour, just waiting for your battleground to pop, and that ain't enjoyable for people. People might get bored and they don't really want to be AFK for 1 hour. They kind of want to play the game when they boot up the game, you know? It's just a common thing with gamers, believe it or not, Blizz. It's very common. But yeah, I think this method would be really effective in a long session, because when you queue for multiple, once you get into that first BG, the queue times start getting quicker and quicker and quicker because you're chain queuing them all. You're just going, okay, after an hour I've got into my Ivor Storm, now Ruffy Basin, now Warsong Gulch, now we've got Ivor Storm again. Well, actually, no, we wouldn't have Ivor Storm again. We'd have something like a Ruffy Basin or Ultrak Valley or something like that. But if it were all 4, then it would allow for chain queuing, which would limit the amount of downtime currently in the game, and it would be the least change, which would appeal more to the no changes audience, which I am going to get into in the next part. So yeah, as I was saying, the no changes audience, there's a large part of the classic community which do want no changes to the game. However, I think this is a really important change, because as a PvPer myself, as a Horde PvPer, I realised that if I want to get a full set of Honor gear, realistically I could be looking at between 700 and 9 hours of game time just playing BGs, because the queues are just that immensely long. And you could say, why don't you just go Alliance? But that's what, another 10 days / played of just solid grinding out, leveling another character to 70 and then gearing it up. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't really fancy doing that just for PvP. I think there's a much easier solution that can be done. So, no change community, I'm sorry guys, but I think we do need a change. I mean, come on, it's to play the game. Why not? So, that really is it for today's video. I tried to keep it brief and concise to the point to just get my points out there as clear and quick as possible. So I want to know, viewers, what do you guys think would be the best way to change the queue times for Battlegrounds? Please let me know down in the comments below. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe in order to get the video more out there, share it with people, so that hopefully maybe players will even see this video and implement some of the changes so we can all play the game more than we are AFKing in the game. Thank you all for watching, take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.